everyone, welcome back to Stephanie Plans and Reads. If you've been watching my One Book July, you'll know that I did my One Book July in the plans by Just Scribble. This is the, I'll just give you a little brief introduction because people who've been watching this know this already, but this is the half year horizontal in the B7 paper, which used to be Cosmo Air Light, and it's the horizontal spread, so you have like a small kind of horizontal line here, although you can totally extend those lines. And then here you have space for, it says focus, priorities, a grid space, a line space with check boxes, a space for some sort of tracker situation, and then another 7-line small space here. So I've been using this for One Book July, and I'll just show you like One Book July here. And at first I was very taken aback by the paper because it's so different than what I had been using, which is the Sterling ink Tomoe River paper planner. And I'll get to this in a second. So I've been using this, and once I got to grips with the paper, I find I really enjoyed it. But the end of July came, and I asked people in a video, which I'll link up above, what do I do now? Do I continue with this or do I go back to this? And I was really missing the Tomoe River paper. I am not gonna lie, I like that paper. So I had some people comment on that, you know, suggesting I go back to the Sterling ink. Some people said I should use a lot of different planners, just keep trying them until I really decide. And I think that was probably a good advice, and maybe where I'm gonna go. So what I did was I decided to go back into my Sterling ink. This is the week so far. It is Saturday, so I haven't filled up really like in here on the Friday because I was working, but I'll add some more stuff as I go. I'm one of those people who puts like the skeleton down, but then different things I'll add as I go. And I really think this spread looks beautiful. This is a kit from Let's Plan It. It is called Daisy. It's very calming, kind of relaxing vibe. Really, really like it. I think it looks beautiful. My issue has always been that this spread, as it exists in this format, is not as functional as this weekly spread is. Okay? So this looks beautiful and I love the way it looks, but the function of this planner often is in my dailies. So I'll just show you an example. This is really kind of light writing. I'm not sure if it will show up. Well, I'll use this. So in this case, I'm doing all of my functional planning here, right? I write down what I need to do and I do it and I talk about it. And I really love writing on this paper. Like, I love writing on the Tomoe River paper. I love it. I love the way it feels. I love the crinkliness. I like everything about it. So I started off the week and I was doing all the things that I need to do. Again, checklist, writing things, really enjoying it. And then, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday it looks like, I just started thinking about my Just Scribble. My plans by Just Scribble. I just started thinking about it and I'm just like, oh, it's so cute. And I put a little reel and I just, oh, it's so cute. I just really like it. And I thought, yeah, but you don't like, you don't like this paper, you don't like as much. I didn't fill these in because I went to the sterling ink. And I thought, well, let me just go back to it. Just go back. I'd already kind of pre-planned the August monthly. Just not go back to the week and just write in it. So I did. So I wrote, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. So I wrote the stuff that would normally be in here, and what I know to go in here and what I know would go in here. These spaces I kind of change up as the week went on. And I just really love the way this looks, guys. I like the simplicity of it. I like that this becomes a very functional space for me. And then these things, the dailies, I was using as like journaling, but I think I'm going to use these next week as like a daily to-do list on this side, and then like rough notes or ideas or things. Not make this so journally, and continue to do my journaling in the sterling ink. Is that crazy? It's a crazy idea. It's completely insane, and I don't think it's sustainable, but I just want to see what it's like. So I'm going to plan the week in my plans by just Scribble. I'm going to use a kit. I have a week's kit from Let's Plan It. This one is called Kimmy, and it's ridiculously cute and fun. I've got all these extra pieces, so I don't think I'll be using all the extra pieces. I might even not even be using all of the kit, but I just like the, yeah, I like the vibe. Now, I think I've tried, I tried this before, and the days, this is one strip and it doesn't fit. So I'll have to cut out the strips, which I'm fine with. So yeah, so I'm going to start this and hope that I'm happy in these. Now I have, these have got space for, see, there's space for the date, but I think I'm just gonna not use those at all and just do the black and see how that looks. So this is another, I feel like I'm lately just giving you experiments. Oh, I just filmed my experiment. So here, I'm just moving this over so I can get to it. I need to be able to see where the 11 is. So I thought maybe I would put it like that, and you'd still have the date there. What do we think? Does that look good? I don't know. I don't know about this stuff anymore. I think what ultimately is the problem. I mean, there's two problems, right? And I'm sure everyone can agree with me. Problem one is that there are so many options, and I want to try almost like everything because it's fun for me. I like planning. So one of the things people are saying to me is like, oh, well, you don't want to plan like 4 times during the week or in 4 different planners. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I do. I like that. I don't mind writing the same thing over and over again. I don't mind decorating multiple spreads. It is time consuming, and if you have a full-time job and children and additional responsibilities, I can see why you wouldn't want to do that. I do not have children. I do not have a full-time job. I have a part-time job, but I don't have a full-time job. And I have this, obviously, my channel. But for me, I enjoy this as like a hobby, so much so that I would do this even if I wasn't doing a channel. And the channel has just afforded me the opportunity to do more because I'm, using it as content. But I just love planning. So planning in multiple planners isn't a chore for me. That said, I want to be, which is my number 2 problem in this situation, is I want to be a one-person planner. I want to be the person who has all of their things together and is able to just go to one source and find out all the details. And historically, I have been that. I have been, in my plum paper or my Erin Condren or my passion planner. I've been a one planner person, and all of the details that I need are located therein. So having multiple planners is not, I would say, a not comfortable place for me. But I think if I use multiple planners in the way that I'm kind of starting to do here, in that I have most things in all of my planners and just a couple of things like my journaling, for example, which really doesn't need to go in all planners, can be in a separate space. And of course, I'm using these experiments to try and see what I need to order for 2026. And it's been, not successful in that respect, because all I've done is made myself more confused. Let's see. So the choice of, I know the planner companies I'm going to be ordering from, which might sound weird, but I know who I want to support and where I want my money to go, shall we say. I like that this weekend sticker fits nicely in there. So I'm going to be ordering from just Scribble, and I just don't know what. So this is helping me to see. I'm curious about her new paper. The one that's closest, I think, to Tomoe River paper, having watched her video, and she has, I'll link it in my description, her paper video. The one that's closest to Tomoe River paper seems to be the View Corona, but she's only offering that in, I think, the grid notebooks. For the B5s, or no, sorry, the B6s or the A5s, it's going to be either the Iroful, I don't know how you say it, but that paper, or this paper, the Cal, the B7 paper. And since I'm getting used to this paper, I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. It just doesn't give me that same feeling. So there would have to be Tomoe River paper in my lineup somewhere. Okay, so let's just stop for a second so that Stephanie can figure out what she's doing here, because Stephanie cannot do 2 things at once. So we need a place for habits, which will go here. And I talked about habits and how I need to put them on my to-do list, or I need to see them in my weekly spread. And that's one of the reasons why I'm coming back to this, is because I find I don't need to add them to my to-do list if they're here, unless I change my page, and then I've got to write them here. So I will do that there, and I will put meals there. That's for sure. And I don't think I have anything that says meals or habits here. I don't, but I have a get it done. So I'll probably use a get it done or a don't forget, if there's a don't forget. They haven't, no, those are too big. Okay, let's do a get it done. So I'll just put that there. And meals, we don't have one, but I just want to use these stickers. So I'm just going to put like, I might put home because, I don't know. Let's just take a time out there. So we have a laundry though, and we know that that goes on Sunday, and a grocery that goes on Thursday. I'm gonna put that there because we also have a trash out that goes on Thursday. Let's plan is always, I like to put it on a Monday because that's when I set up some of my social media content. I do have a doctor's appointment. Do they have an appointment? No. But it is a, I think I'll have to get out my reusable sticker book. This is from Planner Kate. I have so many script stickers from leftover kits and all sorts. We do have a doctor's appointment. That's quite a big sticker. I'd like to use just one of these smaller ones, but none of them really match color-wise. I also have this maybe does the closest. Put that on Friday. And while we're here, we'll get the meal stickers. And we have a this week kind of banner I'm going to put at the top here. And what else can we do? I did this opposite. Sometimes I deco and then I put the stuff in that I know needs to go in. And this time I did it the other way around. I just want to pull up my monthly spread in my Sterling ink just so I can reference anything bills due. See, that's why I needed, because there's bills due. And I don't have any stickers that say bill due. So again, I will go to my reusable sticker book, because I know I do have pay bills or bills due stickers. I'll use this little one. Right. Now we have this lovely sticker here. This Stand Tall and Be Fabulous. Just want to look back at these ones and see, because I did use a sticker kit from them, and I put it here, and I put my reading, but I think I'll put, if I don't put anything here and I extend the lines, what else did I do? Trying to remember content. I think I like content there. And then I have a little washi and I put content. I liked the way that looked. So I think I might put this Stand Tall and Be Fabulous girl. I think I might put her over here. I think she's a little crooked, but I can't change that now. So like I said, I think I want to do content there. I like having like I've always had a mark there, like a demarcation. Put some washi down. There's a washi there. I have this washi, but I also have it in like an actual roll. Got too much stuff in this area. Let me just get it out of my, so I have that, so I could put that down, but it's not as skinny as these ones would be. Let's just see. What if I used this washi down at the bottom? And then did this one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I just realized I wanted it to go all the way to the week, because that would make it look better. Too many things in my hand. Put that there for now, because I don't have a thing to cut with. I like this. I like this. I don't know, guys. The more I'm in this planner, I think, oh, you want this one to be your planner. You could get the A5 version because it's big, and you'd have lots of room in the dailies to do whatever you wanted to do, but you'd also have these kind of very functional weeklies, and then just get maybe like a notebook for your journaling, or even like a daily planner. Like, why not do that, Stephanie? Or even, I'm gonna have Tomoe River paper for my work planner because I like the way that planner crinkles up and stuff when it's really messy planner. So I'm going to be using Tomoe River paper in that respect anyway. So why don't I just, just do it. Just do it. Just make the switch. I don't know, the more that I'm in this, the more that I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to be going. So then I'm going to put priorities up there. These stickers do not rip. They are just not the ripping kind. You can cut them but they don't rip, which is fine. And then I'm going to make, instead of that, be priorities. I'm going to put my content there. So maybe I'll just put a little sticker on top. I wanted the black to kind of continue, so I'm happy with that. What do you think, guys? And then I have a content sticker somewhere. Somewhere. I think it's here. Oh my gosh, if you'd see the state of my desk at the moment, I don't know what I do here. Content. Perfect. Now I probably will divide this into like sections where I'm like writing and organizing, filming and editing, but I'm not sure if I can do that without, maybe I can. Maybe if I use Tuesday's line. Nope, not that one. I'll just do a pencil line. And then I do Thursday's line, that kind of makes equal-ish. And then I went too far on this, so I will say that if you do use pencil on this paper, it doesn't erase that well, so be forewarned. Right, so now we have some things left in the kit, and this feels like it's out in no man's land all by itself. And if I could take it up, I probably would, just because maybe I should have cut it. Let's just take a little time and see if it'll come up without ripping. I don't hold a lot of hope, but I'll just try it. I find if you use a tool, sometimes it's easier to get it up. But be careful when you use a tool as well, because sometimes you can rip the paper. Especially if you're using it with Moe River paper. Now this seems to be coming up okay, so maybe if I'm just gentle, it will just come out. I hesitated on doing a plan with me in this planner again with a kit because I'm so undecided about what I want to do, and I thought that that would be distracting for viewers. But in some ways you might like this because you might be, you know, watching me make mistakes and see how the process unfolds. I'm not sure. Okay, so I like the sticker, but I thought maybe it would look better if I would enjoy it better if I kind of took away some of its hard edges. So I'm gonna kind of cut out this, what is she? Swan? She's not, is she a flamingo? She's a flamingo. Wow, Stephanie. Do you know your differences between swans and flamingos? Apparently not. Somebody was mentioning, I can't remember who it was, so I apologize for not name checking you here, but somebody was laughing at me because, in a funny way, like not in a mean way, that I did refer to myself in the third person. And when I'm talking to myself, like telling myself you should have done something better, I often do. Okay, so I've kind of rounded off this edges and just kind of, and then I'm going to put it here. Oh, I'm going to move it over. Of course, once you use the sticker, it's hard to get it back because you've kind of I don't like this. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's take off that and use this. Do this is going to be here. Maybe I should have done that in the beginning. That would have helped me see what this page is all about. And I'm gonna put this next week sticker where the focus was. I don't need a focus, but I sometimes need like what's coming up next week sticker. And I will put a pink sticker over top of the priorities. What do I do with this? I cover it with stickers. So we have this. Trying to make that work and it does not work, and I don't want it to. Don't want it to. I need to get one of those knives that you can. I had one and then the blade kind of fell out and I never replaced it. And I think it wasn't that great of a one anyway. Okay, that. Now if I put some deco, I think it will help that. What is wrong with me in this sticker? And I can put maybe the I don't know, I think I like that one. Just doing some deco now, really. Just because I want it to feel yeah. Okay. don't need to do any more deco at the moment. Need to sort out the plants, Stephanie. So we have meals. Try this again. Because I didn't like that meal sticker, and I didn't like so I liked using this for my like videos. So I'm gonna use a filming sticker if I have one. Just put up the top there so I know that those are going to be like a list of my videos that I'm doing in the week, and then I'll break the stuff down here, but I do like having just that overview. And then one here. And this is editing, so I'll put a little computer here. And this is basically like ideas and design and just things I have to write, or scripts or anything like that. So I like using like a pen or a pencil. Don't know if I have one of those. I don't, so I will use another laptop for that, even though I know that by the format of this means editing, this means creation. Work schedule we need to put in, and for that I will use my I have two work schedules, or I have two work stickers here, but I work 3. Let's see if we have any other work stickers that could work. I'm funny. Okay, we have a slightly pink one. We have a gray one. A green one, that's not gonna work. I think we'll use a slightly pink one because and that is Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday this week. Let me just look at the other past weeks. Do you do this too? Look at your past weeks to make sure you're not forgetting anything? I'm forgetting like written down plans, but I just want to make sure content wise, or like sticker wise, I've got everything. Oh, see, I put the work on those things. That's kind of cute. How many of those do I have? Oh, I only have the 2. I think that's it. I think it's time for writing. I've got these little Cora stickers. They look like they're peeking over things or under things, which I like to use. So I'll use that one here. She's like peeking over there. And this one, she's peeking around the corner. So I'll use that like here. Just cute little things. I think that's it for that. I like these little, not these ones, I never use those, but these things and these stickers, I like them, and those ones are very cute. I just don't know what to use them for, so I might save them for my dailies. But I do have some small ones like this that I could, you know, add to the vibe. We don't have, like, we have a, maybe space for some, like, I'm not going to use all this space for editing, so maybe something here like tall and finish. So we've got this plant, but that's going to come over quite a bit. We've got ice creams, pineapple. I like the pineapple. We've got a big drink here. Pineapple. Maybe an ice cream. Something here. I got all these little hearts. I'll just put some of these around. It goes from minimally decorated to maximally decorated very quickly. Okay, so I think that is done for the decorating that's not written down plans. I think for the actual plans, I'm going to use my Pilot Juice 0.38 in the color blue black. That's what I used for this, and I really liked it, and so that's what I'll use here. So I'm going to do the bottom stuff first. So I just put in the days of the week here. I don't have a meal plan as such, but I just write down the dinner meals that we have. And then I have habits that I am either doing really well at or trying to start. There is no in between. This one, no phone after 9, is one I cannot stick to. So we've got that, the bare bones there. Videos this week, so we have this Play With Me on Sunday. Tuesday we're going to have, hopefully, Planner Kate Hall. Thursday and Sunday. Those are to be determined. I might know who they are, but you don't need to know yet. And I think I don't want to write anything more because, like I said, I kind of put my, oh yeah, I do. I have some things I can write. Wednesday, we check flyers and make a grocery list. So if I know it's day specific jobs, then I'll put it over here. So I know I'm going to be filming on Monday. And what else? No. Okay, there she is. There is my week spread, the foundation of it in my Just Scribbles. So I will put day specific tasks here, content stuff here, random weekly to do things. So things that I have to do this week but don't have a specific date. And then this place here, I don't know what I'll use this for. I could just be random notes. Then on Monday, I'm just going to set this up now. I'm going to make this like a to-do list slash, random notes. So I'm going to kind of make a line here because I don't want it to be too wide or too long. So I'll just go like that kind of thing, just to give me a sense of where that space is going to be. And I have a to-do sticker here. So I'll use that, and maybe I'll make a little collage-y situation with my stickers. So I tend to do this a lot when I have a lot of like box stickers left over. I'll try and use them decoratively like that. And then I might put this lovely flamingo down here, and I'll give her some flowers to go with her. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with this planner this week. So we have our weekly spread, functional, it's decorative, but it's functional, and then a functional dailies. So that's what I'm going to do here. That's all I'm going to prepare for right now in this video. Then in my Sterling ink, I'll just show you what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to just ignore the week. So I'm going to fix this or finish this, and then I'm just going to ignore the week. It's not serving me. There's no purpose for me to do it except for it looks pretty. And then I will set up these pages using the remnants of this kit. for my daily like journaling. So even though I have a daily page in here, I'll also have a daily page in here, and this will be yeah, just kind of won't be to-dos. I might put to-dos to here, but it will be more like my thoughts and feelings. Anyway, what do you think of this? Do you think I'm going to regret separating my week from my journaling? I don't know. What do you guys think? This is just a way of allowing me to have the best of both worlds. As I said, I do have my work planner is in Tomoe River paper, so next year I can still have that feeling of the Tomoe River paper, but just using it for my weekly spreads or my work spreads, and then maybe plans in an A5 for 2026. It's got a little sticker on it there. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a sustainable plan? Have you figured out what you're doing? Because if you have, I would love to know. Have you tried the Ironful? I think it Ironful paper before. Do you know and love it? Yeah, just tell me all the things. Sort myself out. Sort me out. Because it's, I mean, obviously clear. And if you saw my desk, you would know more of the desk. You would know that I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's only more clear the more I stay in this community. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate all your likes, your subscribing, and your clicking on that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram for more of this shenanigans, and on TikTok, and the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.